Here we are day 2 with the CBR. We have the apple cider vinegar inside the gas tank. Been coming out here periodically, sloshing it around. There we go. Get that. You can see it's eating away most of the corrosion on here, but I will clean this off and lubricate it. But that is what's been soaking in the gas tank. Next step, we're going to go ahead and remove this gas tank off the CBR. We're going to go ahead and remove these rear fairings here. I believe there is one screw right here. It's like it's a quarter turn, and then the rest should just be snaps on here. We'll remove these on both sides. With both of the rear fairings removed, let's go ahead and remove the 2 bolts that hold the seat on. Okay, now that we got the fairings off of the CBR, we're going to go ahead and remove this gas tank full of apple cider vinegar. Looks like we have 1 bolt here, 1 bolt here, and if we come around here to this side, you can see where the petcock is. So obviously there's going to be a fuel line up here somewhere. Haven't really seen a diagram or know exactly where the fuel lines are at, but definitely get there and remove these fuel lines to the tank. Okay, now that we have the 2 bolts, one right there, one right here off the fuel tank, now we're going to lift it up and see exactly what needs to remove what fuel lines and get this tank off. Okay, I'm down here with the fuel tank. We probably want to see what comes out of this bad boy. I know it looked really nasty. Got a 5-gallon bucket here. It's pretty clean, so we'll be able to see exactly what comes out of this tank. I believe I'm just going to remove the petcock on the bottom. I have a new one for it. The valve on this one doesn't work. It's probably rusted solid or gummed up with fuel. So I'm just going to remove this, and I'm going to dump the contents of this gas tank in the 5-gallon bucket. Got the flow going. Look at that. I'm going to try to remove that fuel screen on there. You can see it's stuck. But I mean, just look at that. Corroded. This is what happens when you let gasoline sit inside your gas tank. Right here. Alright, this is what's coming out of that gas tank. I was able to push that fuel screen up in there. I couldn't get it out, it just kept breaking off. So I kind of pushed it up in there. I will be able to remove it once I remove the gas tank door. But this is what's coming out of it right now. It's really nasty. There we go, I got this gas tank open. You can see it all draining out. Looking pretty nasty. Sludge everywhere. Alright, essentially this is what came out of that gas tank. Just gross. Right, there's still a lot of crap in this tank. I can hear it sloshing around, but you can see a lot of that rust is gone in there. It's just crap. So I'm going to set it up on that 5-gallon bucket and just take my my water hose, and I'm just going to spray this thing out and see how much crap actually comes out of it. Like this. You can see, look, it just comes clean. Just needs to be hit with some water. So let me do that and we'll get this thing nice and clean, cleared out. This is just how much rust is coming out of this tank. This is all rust. Just keep pouring it. Just keeps coming and coming and coming out of that gas tank. Alright, trying to get a nice shot of this here. Alright, you can see the inside of the tank. See if we can see the bottom here. It's looking pretty good. Sorry, this light's not doing a very good job illuminating the inside of the gas tank. But you can tell the majority of that rust and all that gunk is gone. Just to get the water out of the tank, I'm going to go ahead and just spray it out, or use my air hose and just air out all the water inside the tank. Other than that, I think it's looking pretty good. Here we go. You can definitely tell this bike's been sitting a while. Oh wow, look at this. Just crumbles to nothing. Check it out, look. Like Thanos just snapping. Looks like mud daubers. An old spider resided there for a little bit. You can tell all the spiders in here just sitting on this air filter. Looks pretty dirty too. but those actually look fairly clean, which is good. So dump all this out before I get it in the carburetors. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove this lower part of the intake box. Okay, let's go ahead and get this removed. There we go. Looks like another mud dauber there. Made another nest. Over here just nuzzled up by the carburetor. Look at that. You can tell this bike was not moved in a very, very, very long time. You ever wondered why sometimes your choke doesn't work on your carburetors? Maybe because there's a huge mud dauber nest there? Yeah. Look at that. Next we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the 4 screws that go on each carburetor here so we can remove this plastic piece. So simply just pull these tabs up here with a flat screwdriver, pull them up, use a Phillips, take them off, and just repeat for all 4 of them. Okay, got all the tabs flipped up, all the screws loosened. Let's go ahead. Just take this part off. Yeah, just initially just push one of these slides up here. This one works pretty good. Let's check this out. They seem to just be stuck in place until you just give them a little nudge. And that one seems to be pretty stuck. It's got to be these needles. Got to be a little dirty. Yeah, definitely gummy. Just frozen up. Let's try this one again. Just be gentle. Yeah. Hold fuel in there. Look, choke's working again. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and remove some of these vacuum pieces right here. You can see they're just getting in the way. So we'll go ahead and we'll just remove some of these and get them out of the way so we can get a better shot at removing those carbs. Okay, we got the big vacuum junction out of the way. Going to remove this fuel line right here. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove this choke cable. Just loosen up that screw right there. This cable should be able to pop out. It's a little tight in here, but you just have to get this cable on this notch right here and you will be able to remove it. Okay, we have that choke cable removed from the carburetors. Okay, I think to give us better access to the side of the carburetors here, the only things we have left here is the throttle forward and return cable, which is right here, and the screws holding the rubber on to the carburetors. I think we can get to it from here. Let's just go ahead and remove 1, 2 screws and this whole side panel should pop off. We'll do this for both sides. Okay, you see right here we got the side cover taken off. You can see one of the screws on this side. Not sure where the rest of them are, but we will find them. You just have to remove the top one there and you should be able to get the carburetors free. Alright, so this is what we have in here for the screws. We have this one and you can see the other one over there. You'll just need a super long screwdriver, and it should just be for the tops of these. So just a super long Phillips to loosen that up. Right, we have seemed to reach all 4 of the screws here. The back one, I'm not sure if I got it. I think I did. We'll go ahead and we have to separate the carburetors from these rubber boots. So I'm just going to grab a ratchet handle, put it right here, and just gently pry up on it. Not sure else how to do it. I did it on the Magna that way. Did it on the YZF that way. Just push it right here. Okay, just a little upward force. Looks like they're starting to come free. They're getting there. Still have lines and stuff attached. Still have the throttle cable attached, but this will make it easier to get these out. Okay, so it looks like these are almost disconnected. Still have the throttle cable here, and I believe these are radiator coolant lines right here and right here that'll have to disconnect, and there's one more electronic connection here on the side that I will have to remove. Okay, we almost have the carburetors out here. We just have one more connection here on the left side. Just here, just like that. It's just a electrical connection. It's over here. Right here on the fairing. Let's see if we can get it's like right there. So let's just remove that connection and the carburetor should be free. Okay, here we go. Here's the last connector for the carburetors. It was right there on the fairing. The carburetor should be free. Right, looks like we got the carburetors free. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the bench and crack one of the bowls open. Let's just see how gummed up this is. While we have those carburetors off, I want to clean this area here. You can see there's tons of dirt right there, everywhere around it. So this will be a good opportunity to grab the air hose, or if you have like a little brush, and just brush all that dirt away. But make sure you get a paper towel and put it right in there so you don't get anything in the valves and the pistons. All right, let's get some of this dirt and debris kind of blowing out here a little bit. You might need a brush to get some of that stuff off. It's been in here for... Looks like birds had its nest in here.